Right, so judging by the title, you can see I've actually tried to do something different with this video. And yeah, I'm surprised myself as to saying that I actually want Logan Paul to win a boxing fight. Now, the thing is that particularly after watching their face-to-face video, I think my opinion's probably changed on who I actually want to win the fight. I think initially I didn't really care who won because they're both got massive egos, and I think it's a case of you don't really like either of them, so whoever wins wins. Whereas Jake Paul, I mean, Deji's just quite funny really, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and Jake is actually probably a reasonable fighter, so it'd just be quite funny if Deji won, even though it'd be annoying probably to see his reaction. But I think with the KSI Logan one, I think KSI has turned into this massive big-headed guy who in his last face-to-face claimed that he was God and that his son was Jesus, which, just to reassure you if you don't know, KSI isn't God, thank goodness, and that there is an actual God out there with a son called Jesus who is genuinely a loving God and hasn't got a massive ego like KSI. So that's the first thing to clear up. And the second thing I think with the Logan thing is that I think he's actually started to realise that he made a big mistake with the suicide video, and I think we have seen a bit of humility from the guy, and I think he has started to realise that actually having a massive ego isn't the best thing for someone's career, because it can clearly lead you to do things like he did with the suicide thing. And if he wins the fight, it sounds as if he's going to be giving all of the money away to suicide prevention awareness, which is obviously a great cause. And I'm sure KSI does charity thingies as well, but I think this is a genuine thing from Logan to want to put to bed what he did wrong. And I think he's genuinely realised that he did make a massive cock up, and there's nothing he can do to change what he did. And I've no idea what caused him to do it at the time, but the point is he's done it. But thankfully, you know, there is a gracious God who will forgive him, and that God is not KSI, because he wants to beat him up. So I'd rather KSI didn't win. I think if he wins, his ego is just going to go through the roof. I think if KSI is to win, like, you're going to have to find him a new bandana, because that head will not be able to accommodate the one he's got currently. And goodness knows where he's going to find a bandana that's going to be that big. Whereas if Logan wins, okay, he's still a bit of an ego, but I think it will turn him into less of a mug, because I think he's already realised the mistake he's made, and it's more of a kind of making up for what he did wrong, whereas KSI is just an excuse to just turn into an even bigger ego and an even bigger mug. And he apparently wants to do pro boxing, which, you know, if he does it, fair play to him. But even if he loses this fight, I think it will be a reality check that he'd only won one YouTube boxing fight, and he now thinks he's going to be the next big thing, and he thinks he's God. Whereas, you know, Logan can clearly fight a bit, and I just think it would be better for the YouTube community if Logan won than if KSI won and just completely turned into the most ridiculous person you've ever seen, when he's already just ridiculous in his ego and the things he comes out of anyway. And what the videos he's done about, like, oh, I'm not the I hate it when people say, you know, I like the old KSI, you know, I am KSI. Like, genuinely, KSI used to be one of my favourite YouTubers, and there is certainly something of the old KSI, that there was an old KSI that people liked, and he has turned into this massively egotistical guy with money and everything else. And yeah, that's probably part of the reason why he's been successful, but it's not exactly that pretty to watch, and it's not exactly the best role model or example to the millions of fans that he has. So that's my opinion. Thought I'd do something different on a video. You never know, putting some big names in the title might generate a few more views for me. If it doesn't, then I hope you've enjoyed listening to it. I'm probably not going to make a habit of doing these videos because they take a bit of time and I usually get a bit of stick, but if it gets a good response, then who knows, I might put another one up. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Speak to you soon. Hope you've enjoyed my half decent to average Fortnite clips that I've salvaged from many of the hours of poor play I've put in. Cheers!